As a listing agent, I realized very early on the importance of having a very, very strong international affiliation. That's why at Douglas Elliman, I'm so proud that we're affiliated with Knight Frank, because the world is getting smaller and buyers are coming from everywhere. And so having the ability to market across the world rather than just inside your local community is going to increase the odds of getting a higher price for your property. At Knight Frank, they have 600 offices, 25,000 agents, and a client base of 1.5 million. With their websites and with their translation of languages, it reaches an entire audience internationally. But that's not the secret sauce. The secret sauce of our relationship is the relationships. It's the ability for us to call somebody around the world and bring them into our living room to present how we can sell the property. I'll give you an example. We had a listing in Malibu that was priced at around $40 million. And that property wasn't selling. And we were working really, really hard to get a price reduction, but it was a very unique property and the seller was convinced they were going to get their number. So we called our affiliates at Knight Frank, and one of the agents there met with us and the seller, and we talked about where this property is positioned in the world relative to similar properties internationally. Our international buyers for properties like this can buy anywhere. In fact, people that are buying oceanfront properties, they may buy in Newport Beach, they might buy in Singapore, they might buy on the Amalfi Coast, because they can work from anywhere. So the ability to price your property in a more worldly manner is going to help you get the number you need. We were able to convince that seller to reduce the price, and because of that reduction, the property sold in 60 days as a result of bringing the international perspective. Another great example is we were in a very, very competitive situation for a listing. And it was for a listing in Culver City. It wasn't a huge listing like the one we just talked about, but nevertheless, it was an important listing to us, and it was owned by a very, very important artist. And so we were going to lose the listing to one of our competitors, but we called in our Knight Frank affiliates so that they could explain how they were going to help us market the property to sell it. I kid you not, 15 minutes into the conversation, the seller says, "I get it, I'm calling the other broker and telling I'm going with you." That is the importance of an international relationship. That is why working at Douglas Elliman is an advantage.